My pleasure to introduce you to the old Bras Basah complex. As you can see here, this is a typical British colonial architecture. Whether it's in Singapore, Penang, or in Kuala Lumpur, even our City Hall in Singapore, the Parliament House, all these are British architecture. Now I'd like to bring you around the school field into the first building that RI has ever built. This is the original first phase of our admin building, the administration building. You can see a porch right in front, and then behind it we have the Harlot Library. On top is also the classroom. Below is meant for the laboratory, the physics laboratory. Now right in front of you, this is our main tuck shop. This is the main tuck shop. Behind it is the toilet, boys' toilet. On the left of the toilet is our famous icon, the banyan tree. Now I'd like to bring you around. This is the Stamford Canal. We're moving to the right, coming round into Beach Road. Now you have a view of the first stretch of building that Raffles built this in 1924. In this building, we have all the classroom on the first floor. On the second floor are also additional classroom. The second block, this building with a high roof, we have Raffles Institution inscribed on the panel itself, founded 1823. This is a block, upper floor, we have the school hall. This school hall can accommodate about 300 of us only, and we have to sit onto the wooden floor. Below this block, the hall, is our gymnasium. RI has the luxury of having a gym. Next to it are the school's classrooms, classroom again, and at the end of it, we are going round the beach road, coming into Bras Basah Road. This block is quite significant. It is the tallest building in the whole of RI Bras Basah complex. On the third floor, we have the art studio. Second floor, classroom. Ground floor used to have Bras Basah post office. It is rather unique to have a post office in the school compound. And secondly, it is also very unique for RI to have the Directors of Education Office inside RI campus. But just for your information, RI principals, the next promotion, they will become the Directors of Education. It is really an honor for RI. Now further down a bit, I show you. This is our Bras Basah gate. Students taking bus from Bras Basah or need to cycle, they have to come through this gate. We have a shed here for our bicycle parking. Now the next building. This is the principal's office as well as his residence. The ground floor is his office. The senior masters also will be with him, and a clerk and one office boy. Just above his office on the second floor is his residence. And something unique about his residence, we found out that he has long bath. Two long baths, one on the left of the building, one on the right. That means all his master bedroom and as well as another big room, they have bathroom attached. Now behind this building, the school principal's office is our servants' quarters, and in the middle of this servant quarters is the principal's car's garage, only for him only. After that, we have the general stores. In front here, we have an empty plot of land, actually used to house the staff room, but unfortunately because of the roofs collapsing, so in 1967, the whole building was demolished and the staff room have to move to another location. Coming a bit down, this is what we call the annex block. That means this block was built later. When the school population, the student population increases, we need to have more classroom, more laboratories, more facilities. So for this classroom, They occupy the top floor. On the ground floor are all the laboratories. We have the physics lab, biology lab, and the chemistry lab. Behind here, we have an annex tuck shop just to cater for about 150 students only. Next to it is the usual, we have a toilet and then the servants' quarter. Coming round into North Bridge Road, this stretch of low house are meant for the Malay servants because of their religious, the food, all that. They have a separate quarters, and the servants, their families, their children are all brought up in RI here, in the compound of RI. So here, this is our side gate facing North Bridge Road. Come further down, you can have a very clear view of this annex building. A typical British building will have a car porch. But for your information, this was a building also that housed Raffles Girls' School, the primary school, during the early 90s when RGS started. They have no place and RI gave them a few classrooms. And just for your information, the first class that started the Raffles Primary Girls, they have only about 10 students only. And these 10 students are staying, young girls about 8 years of age, and they have the luxury of having their ama, their servants, to come together with them. Next, you can see RI have a very big field. At that time, it's considered very big. Right in the city, we have this field and can be viewed by the public. Anybody can look at it. And RI, when we have a major event like Founders Days, Sports Days, we have pitch tents on the field, and many things were telling people there is a major event coming on. So on those typical days where events are held, we have many spectacles at the roadside, even along the canals, across the canal, everybody will look at it. So such major events such as Founders Days and Sports Days. I'd like to especially mention about Founders Day. RI have the luxury of having our guest of honor, governors of Singapore, chief ministers of Singapore, prime ministers of Singapore, presidents of Singapore, and also all those ministers. Can be Minister of Education, Minister of Culture, Minister of National Development. We have this luxury of always coming back to be guest of honor. Now coming round the North Bridge Road, we are going into Stamford